How are we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly With It. I'm Will, and today we're opening up one of the hero packs from Marvel Champions, the card game. This is Black Widow, and if you saw our previous gameplay where we did the Rise of the Red Skull campaign, this was one of the heroes that we used in that set. So if you want to see how this deck operates, you can go back and watch that video. However, if you are new to the game and just want to see how this deck is and what comes with it, see if it's a deck for you, and if you want to go out and buy it, of course, we'll have a link down to Amazon below. That's what this video is all about. So for those of you new to Marvel Champions, it is a game by Fantasy Flight Games. It is what they call a living card game. They have Arkham Horror. They have, I think, Lord of the Rings. It is just a game where they release additional sets, unlike a collectible card game where you have to keep buying cards. This basically gives you everything you need in one handy-dandy little pack that you can then incorporate with the core box and beat up on the different villains or buy some additional villain expansions and so forth. Again, we've played a lot of it on the channel. We do have a playlist, which will, of course, be at the end of the video, and this video will be part of. So you can always check that out as well to find out more. And that said, let's go ahead and get into Black Widow. Of course, her movie did just come out. Me and Oddity did get to go watch that. It was actually very good. For those of you that are not aware, it is kind of a prequel of sorts. It happens right after Civil War. So if you are in your Marvel Cinematic Universe era where you're trying to go through all the movies in order, this is going to be one of those ones that's kind of out of order. But I like when they do that. It was kind of like Rogue Squadron, right? When they did that for Star Wars. It gives you just some more story elements that can go in between. The first thing, this does not come in the deck. I just always like showing this off. These are our dividers that we got from Dividers Central. We print these out and then we stick them inside of a hardcover that you would use for a card game. If you want to see how we have that set up, our core box unboxing, I've got those in there. As well as, I think most of the expansions have at least one or two that are in there, and you can see how they fit in the boxes. This is the art. It'll give you a nice little piece of art. Let's see if we can get this unfolded nice and pretty. I think I forgot to do this in one of the previous videos. I got to try to remember. That way we have some nice little background art. Go ahead and put that there. Is that in the center? That looks center to me. We'll go ahead and start getting through the cards. So of course, Black Widow, who is Natasha Romanoff, recovery of 3, alter ego form, mission prep, response. So after she plays a preparation card, you can draw 1 card. Most of her cards have that preparation trait. Basically, think of it as you're preparing for something, right? She's trying to set up her spy game. She's trying to set up her attacks. She's going to have a lot of those cards. So this gives her a plus draw when you do that. And then Black Widow, 2, 2, and 2. So run-of-the-mill, average, very good. Avenger Spy, Widowmaker response. After you trigger the preparation, you get to deal 1 damage. So we'll see some of these preparation cards can like knock out enemies and different things like that. 9 hit points with a hand size of 5. Her first ally is Winter Soldier. So it kind of makes sense, you know, with the Russian program and stuff like that. They're both kind of like spies. It even says here spies. So it's kind of nice to put him in here. He wasn't in Captain America, of course. Although I don't think Bucky Barnes is in Captain America either. Although we do need to open that one as well. Oddly was playing Captain America during those gameplays. But it's 2 and 2. Reduce the cost to play Winter Soldier by 1 for each preparation card you control. So basically, if you can get 4 preparation cards out, he can be free. I didn't get to pull him out because we did play on Rookie, just so we could get through the whole campaign for our Extra Life charity gameplay, tabletop gameplay. So I never got to see him. And that's one of the disadvantages of Rookie mode, right? Is you're not going to get through your deck or the villain's deck very quickly. Covert Ops is her event, Thwart. You get to remove 4 threat from a scheme and confuse a villain, so very nice. You get 2 of those. Dance of Death. This was a real nice card. I did like this one. Cost of 3. Make the following 3 attacks in order. Deal 1 damage to an enemy. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. Deal 3 damage to an enemy. So if you got some minions out there, you can start knocking out the minions. If you don't have minions, all you got is the boss. You're basically going to be dealing 5 damage to the boss for 3 resources. Safe House number 29. This is her alter ego action, so you will need to be in alter ego form. Exhaust Safe House to choose a preparation card from the discard and add it to your hand, because remember, all of her abilities are going to react off of that preparation. You have an upgrade, Attractobatics. That's not acrobatics, it's Attractobatics. It is a hero interrupt. When a boost card is turned face up, discard Attractobatics. Cancel the boost icon of that card. Deal 1 damage to the villain for each boost icon canceled this way. So that's really nice. You can stop the boost icons. So 2 of those. Black Widow's Gauntlets, it's only a 1. Exhaust to get a wild resource for a preparation card. So it only is going to work on a preparation card. So exhausting it any other time really doesn't serve you as an advantage because you have to use it for that action. So it's not like you can web slingers, right? Which you can just do to get some resources. This one you have to do it because you're specifically doing a preparation action. So 2 for the upgrade of her grappling hook. When you reveal treachery card, grappling hook, cancel the effect of that treachery. So it basically gets rid of a treachery card. So that way you don't take the damage or the effect of that treachery. 3, upgrade. That could actually come in real handy, of course, for your nemesis. Shiny suit. Black Widow gets +1 defense. After you trigger the ability of a preparation card you control, exhaust it to ready Black Widow. Again, she's got a lot of preparation cards. So that means you can get multiple actions in a turn. Widow's Bite, hero response. After a minion enters play, discard Widow's Bite. Deal 2 damage to that minion and stun it. So that's a lot of stuff you're going to do. Alright, so Black Widow is a justice deck. That means she's really going to be dealing with that in a kind of thematic way, right? Because she's going to be dealing with thwarting and kind of spy and subterfuge and stuff like that. She's not really built as an attacker. So 2 thwart, 1 attack for Mr. Coulson here. He is a spy and shield. After Agent Coulson enters play, search your deck and discard pile for a preparation card. Add it to your hand, shuffle your deck. So basically, he's going to allow you to draw those preparation cards that you need. Quake with shield as well. 1/2. After minion schemes, exhaust Quake, and you do 2 damage to that minion. So again, because you might be doing a lot more scheming or being in alter ego form, that comes in handy. Gives you some extra damage. Stealth Strike, attack. Hero action, you deal 4 damage to an enemy. If that enemy is defeated, you get to remove 2 threat. So again, lots of threat removal. That's the point of a justice deck. Of course, you're always going to have your power of justice. Interrogation Room, which we've seen in a couple other decks. Max 1, basically after you defeat a minion, you get to remove threat. Surveillance Team, you put 3 threat counter or 3 snoop counters, and then you can basically use that to remove 1 scheme. So you get to remove 3 scheme with that. Upgrade preparation. So here you go. You get that preparation on there. Max 1. When any amount of threat would be placed, discard this to prevent 3 of that threat. So this is what most of her preparation cards do. Is they are going to remove something of some sort. It's either going to stop, as we saw, stop threats, stop actions, stop things like that. One of her upgrades, Spycraft. If you control a spy character, which she is, when you reveal an encounter card, then you can discard it and reveal another card. That could be good and bad, right? I mean, I guess it really depends what that encounter card is going to do. If that encounter card is going to knock you out, or that encounter card is going to, end the game, yeah, definitely use that, get rid of that encounter card. But you never know what the next encounter card is. I can't remember if it was her deck or somebody else, because I played so many different characters during that Rise of the Red Skull gameplay. I can't remember. There was one that let you look at the top of any deck. But you get 3 of those. Nick Fury, I mean, he's in a lot of the different ones. Nick Fury Jr. 2/2, shield, spy. And basically when he comes in, you get 1 of 3 actions, but then he gets discarded. So basically, you're going to bring him in. You're going to do the 1 action that you need him to do. You're going to attack or thwart based on what you need him to do. And I don't even know why to be honest, why they give him 3 hit points. It doesn't make any sense. Because, well, he can still defend the follow-up turn, which is usually what you do. Because you're going to discard him no matter what. You'd rather go ahead and have him defend against the attack. So you do get your energy, your genius, and your strength. The Quinn Carrier is a 3 Avenger vehicle. Of course, you got to be an Avenger to play it. But you get exhausted to get a wild resource. Target acquired once per turn. After a boost card is turned face up, discard the target's acquired, cancel this boost icon or boost ability. So that basically it cancels the boost, and a lot of her cards were doing that. And then Burn Notice Obligation. So here's her obligation. So you can either you may flip to alter ego. Remember, you don't have to in this particular case. Then you can choose to either exhaust Natasha Romanoff to remove the card from the game, or discard a preparation card that you control with the highest cost. If you cannot, it gains Surge, and you discard this obligation. So the nice thing about this is no matter what, it removes the obligation. Sometimes that doesn't happen. However, you know, with the May flip to alter ego, I guess that's based on what you want to do. It's like a free flip if you have you. Because normally if you're going to be in hero, you flip to alter ego, you can't flip back. So it's kind of like they give you a yay while they're also smacking you in the face. So of course, Taskmaster is her minion. When we played, of course, somehow when I set it up to be against Taskmaster, probably because the new movie was coming out and I knew Taskmaster was in it. So we didn't get to bring her minion into play, and even if we did, it would gain the Surge, because of course if you cannot bring the minion into play, it gains Surge. So he starts at 0-0, but he gets 1 scheme and 1 attack for each upgrade that you have, and she has quite a few. And then boost, if he comes out as a boost card, the villain gets an additional scheme and attack, so it's kind of just either him or the villain. The side scheme that will come out with him is when revealed, you place an additional threat here. And then it also increases the threat generation, right? And then there is a total of 3 on this particular threat to start with. So that's nice. It's a flat 3, but it does accelerate each turn, right? So Hydra Mercenary is one of the minions, 0-1, but he does have guard. So of course you can't attack the main villain while that is out. And then a treachery card, which is Deadly Shot, Alter Ego. You have to discard an upgrade and place 1 threat. If you're in hero, discard an upgrade and take 1 damage, which seems pretty, you know, Alter Ego versus hero. That makes sense. And then that is the stop. So that is the end of her deck. Now these are the bonus cards that you get when you get some of the decks. Some of them have them, some of them have not had them. So aggression, and again, most of these, if you notice it says preparation, most of these are going to be designed to be used in the hero that they come with. They're going to have some kind of ability or some kind of mechanism that's going to work best with this villain, or this hero. Why did I say villain? With this hero, regardless of whether or not you use it in this deck or not, because of course you can use these in any deck. They don't have to be done in that. That's one thing with the living card game. You can do some deck building. We don't. We play them out of the box. Maybe one day in the future we'll do some deck building, but they keep coming out with new content, new heroes. We haven't had a chance to really go back and do that. But the first one is counterattack. After you take any damage, you can counterattack equal to that damage. So you're going to get 3 of those. You always get 3 usually of the cards. Rapid response. And after an ally you control is defeated, then you can put an ally into play from your discard pile and deal 1 damage to it. So basically you get to bring even that same ally back. You're just going to come back in with 1 less hit point. So really good for a leadership deck. Your protection card, defensive stance, hero interrupt. When you would take any amount of damage, you can prevent 3 of that damage. So very, very normal for protection, right? You're basically defending the whole time. It's not good as a solo deck from what I've heard, because that's all you're doing is defending. Same as leadership, it's kind of a slow burn. But if you have like somebody playing aggression, really good deck to go along with it. And then your upgrade basic is if you are a spy, interrupt. When a surge keyword would be resolved, draw 2 cards. So basically you get the added benefit of a draw mechanism if you happen to have a surge, which could happen if you played the Taskmaster versus Taskmaster, or Black Widow versus Taskmaster in that Red Skull box. So there you go. That is the Black Widow deck. If you want to see more of these deck unboxings, which we do have the rest of them that we played during that gameplay, or you want to see the gameplay, check out the playlist, subscribe to the channel, hit a thumbs up. YouTube likes that kind of stuff. Leave a comment down below if you've ever played the Black Widow deck, or you think this is a deck you would like to play. Until next time, guys. Peace.